Welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my adventures. Well, we're back at Dav's Hope because we're going to be back at Dav's Hope quite a bit because we have lots of engineers to visit, and we still have lots of modules to upgrade, and they're going to eat up all our manufactured materials over and over and over again. So we're going to constantly have to come back here and load up more as we visit more and more engineers. I mean, our ships are doing really well. I like the way they're set up, but they can even be better. And just need to keep visiting the engineers and then coming back to Dav's Hope. I'm thinking about pausing cargo running until we get caught up more on engineering of our modules. We have 7.5 billion, so we could last a very long time with the with the credits that we currently have. And we have a full fleet carrier storage full of tritium, so we're in a good spot to just focus on engineers for a while, engineers and materials for a little while. Now, I don't know, it might get back to do all you can stand until you can't stand no more. Well, I think a lot of that's going to happen. That's why I keep moving around, and that's why we keep going to different engineers and then working on those, and because just sitting here doing this circle over and over and over and over drives you absolutely bonkers. But it is absolutely necessary to keep doing it. If you're ever going to max out your ships to the best it can be, we have to keep coming back and loading up on materials. Need to get to at least 50% of the materials that we're collecting right now where they're full, or 50% full. It's hard to do 100% because you're here for days, and then not every material is filled. So we really need to get that high density composites to full before we leave. That kind of puts everything else at about 50%. This one. We need to at least be halfway on that, or full on that one. So we still got a little while we need to stay here and load. Please be sure to look to the lower right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. At the current rate, it'd take us a couple of decades to get any kind of support from YouTube, with less than 1% of our viewers even subscribing. So hopefully you can do better than that. It's very disappointing that I can't get more of you to support our channel. So that's why we're just doing come-along videos, because I'm just going to focus on my gameplay, and yes, I'll post the videos, and you can watch if you wish. until we get more support. We just don't get enough. I appreciate all of the subscribers that have subscribed, but you have to have so much watch time, and right now it'll take about a year and a half to get that much watch time, and you have to have it every year. So there's no way we'd ever get any kind of help from YouTube at the current rate. And I'm not going to, which I did prior to about a month ago, I was basically killing myself trying to get as much video out as possible. Well, I'm just not going to do that. If we can't get any kind of support from YouTube and our viewers, then it's just not worth doing that. I'm not going to kill myself over it. So I have pulled way back. I record and put commentary into my gameplay, and then when needed I can push, I just have to do an edit and push those videos over to YouTube. But I'm not going to work on it as hard because it's not worth it, and I was getting completely burned out. I keep seeing I need to get further along here in Elite Dangerous. I need to get to 10 billion total instead of just 7.5. I need to have all of my modules engineered. And I need a stockpile of materials. Those are the things that I need, and I feel kind of panicky that I'm not there yet. So that's why I push on credits and on materials, because I need to do that. We're at 71 out of 200, so, and my on-call dings are going crazy, so I'm going to have to check that in a minute on the next relog. But I'm happy that we're getting through thrusters, but it's taken us over a week, you know, getting through thrusters. That's just one. I know you probably get tired of watching all of these Dav's hopes, but don't have much of a choice right now. If you look at the system map of this system where Dav's Hope is located, it's just full of fleet carriers, and that's just the fleet carrier owners. That's not everybody else. You know, this is one of the systems that's the most crowded, and it's because of Dav's Hope. Right now there's probably thousands. I'm in solo mode, that's why I don't see thousands. I can open, and most people don't play open, they play solo. There's thousands of people doing this trek every minute. It's probably one of the busiest areas in all of Elite Dangerous because they need these materials because they're upgrading their ships, and this is the best place to go to collect materials. So yeah, since these are come-along videos, you're going to just have to put up with it till we get through it. really until I get the 10 billion in credits and all of my modules upgraded and refill the materials. It's going to be this way. It's probably at least another month or two of grinding to get all this done. I mean, it's definitely a job. See, I have since I'm an on-call technician, I'm not busy all the time, so I do have time during the day just to run some tasks. That's what I'm doing now. I just need the materials before I go to the shield booster grade 5 engineer, and what we're going to do. Take a couple of tries to get the blueprint for those shield boosters to take. So pretty soon we're going to go get the Lavion brandy and take it over to that engineer to pay him. We've got the invite. I checked and we do. Now at some point after we get caught up on the credits and we get all the ships engineered and we get some more materials stashed away, then we might go check out some things, you know, the most popular areas within Elite Dangerous, go check them out and stuff like that. We might do that then. But we're probably a month or two away, and with the space legs and the planetary bases and planets with atmospheres, I don't plan on being part of that until VR is added to it. So it could be a while. I'm not saying I won't touch it. It's going to have to be on sale, and it'll have to be cheap, like the $7 Elite Dangerous and Horizon. So before I play around with the what they call pancake mode. That's desktop mode, I guess. It's kind of what I gather from that. Yeah, we got a ship out there. It's probably a support ship. Let's go see what it is. I'm always curious about the ships and stuff. And our rebuy is only 521 credits, so if they blow us away, usually they won't touch you unless you're shooting at them or you're shooting at whatever they're guarding. Is this dark? Is this dark? Usually it's a ship, and if you get close enough, you start to see it. It comes up on radar, or it's coming up on the back sensor, but where you can click on it. Might be a good time to start doing some raw material gathering too, since we went ahead and came out here. He's wanted. So that makes you pretty sure it's a support ship, since he's wanted. So my guess, there is a there's a trespass zone on the other side. You see it right there? On the other side of that ship, there's a trespass zone. Yep, right there. It's a satellite. So he would shoot you if you shot at that. Yeah, I've been shot at by those in the past. Yeah, I think our ship's already went away. But I was getting kind of bored anyway. That was a good sidetrack. We haven't been to the material trader for raw materials in a little while, so see, they kind of hide out and wait for you to shoot at them, and then they take off and they start firing at you. And yeah, after about 15 minutes, the security forces will show up. But now, if we had our Vulture here, or a ship with weapons, we could go back, get in the ship, take off, and take him out. In the future, we might try to do some of that. Turns you all the way around like ice. But then if you hit the brakes, it'll stop. It does slide too far. It might only slide a few feet. Yep. Whatever suits their boat. Doesn't have to be realism, because a lot of times it's not. It's whatever fantasy they got going on. See, I think we're about halfway on our on raw materials. Not on that one. Not on nickel. But those ships are NPCs. See, normally you would think they would come after us and start shooting at us anyway, just for the heck of it. But I have been known for shooting at skimmers and stingers, so because I've had so many stingers and skimmer kills, is why more of those ships probably show up. Now if there was like if we had caves or something like that that you could duck into and turn around and stick the turrets out of the cave, see, that's what we need, because then I wouldn't mind going after them if we had cover, and when they came across to shoot at you, you shot at them. See, that would be alright. I know caves wouldn't be really realistic either on a barren planet like this. Because what would create the cave? See, like in No Man's Sky, I could call down a particular ship. See, that would be pretty cool, because then you could call down your vulture. It would show up, you'd get in it, and you'd go after that ship, because it's wanted. And you just blast him while he's on the ground, and while he's trying to take off. Because No Man's Sky, you can have, well, you can only have 6 ships in No Man's Sky. But you can call any of your ships to your location. And through synthesis, sulfur and phosphorus, we could actually refuel our SRV. That's always pretty cool. Sis left. Okay. Let's go back to Dav's Hope and start a new video on collecting manufactured materials. It was kind of fun checking out that ship that we could see. Lately I've been kind of interested in the ships, and we got to see that he was wanted. It wouldn't take him long to take off if we'd have started shooting at him, and then he would start coming after us. See, it's trying to turn us in the opposite direction all the time. We had to fight it to keep it from turning all the way around. But I can hit the brakes and it'll stop. See, look at that. But it's constantly trying to spin you around. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And our friend's right here. There he is. Yeah, he's pretty close to that satellite. I guess it's to test you to see if you want to go after him or not. Not really in a, you know, if I had the Vulture or something, but the Vulture wouldn't have had enough. Well, you could probably have one SRV in the Vulture. You could probably fly low and get the skimmers and stingers to get activated, and then you could shoot them with the Vulture, and then if a ship comes along, then you take him on. Now, I don't think we got out 7.5 kilometers away from Dav's Hope, but we could have, because I don't think the ship's here any longer. I think it took off. Well, I appreciate you coming along. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and consider donating and consider our Patreon. And consider putting tritium in the fleet carrier, the RGFC. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.